So, our next module is Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist can also be known as art history. We learned a lot about the history of art and the movements. And on a more personal note, I am a big history nerd, so it was a really fun and interesting topic for me. I just loved learning about the various art movements throughout time and how they affect how art movements were produced through the struggles of humanity and how the general history of the world just shaped the art too. That was an interesting connection that I found, and we also learned a lot about stuff like surrealism, movements like surrealism, futurism, Dadaism, and I just loved how distorted they were. And one new thing that I learned through this module is how, like, I always thought surrealist artists were people just doing random stuff and just doing crazy things with their art, but it had a much more deeper meaning behind it that I learned through this module. How surrealism is just trying to tap into your subconscious mind. That was a really good insight that I found through this module. The main thing that I learned from this module and while doing assignments was just how much you can get inspired from historical art movements. There are certain elements to each movement which I find really interesting and how we can use them in our own movements. So we're working on a t-shirt this semester and I just loved how everything just came together. And so this is a design that I came up with. It is mixed a bit with Sri Lankan traditional art, Japanese street art, and with a modern twist of shading and colors. And I just loved putting this together. We learned about arts, crafts, and Sri Lankan traditional contemporary art, and that just inspired me a lot to do this project.